approve of that, wouldn't they? Poetry,
Certainly.
the use of words.
Words, words, words. How is your spelling? Can you spell words like asperity, inconceivable, or arraign?
How about orientation, individualist, or separable?
Well, 10 teams from across the UK took part in the grand final of the Times Spelling Bee competition in London yesterday. It was won by Newport Girls High School in Shropshire.
The winners, Minnie, Rowan, Charlotte, Jessica, plus the teacher Karen. Good morning to all of you.
And congratulations.
And you're clutching the winning
Trophy.
Trophy. That's the word.
T-R-O-P-H.
T-R-O-P-H-Y. And we'll see the moment you won. Have a chat in just a second. We'll see the one. This is the final round and the moment when you were crowned spelling champions.
Orientation.
O-R-I-E-N-T-A-T-I-T-I-O-N.
Asperity.
A-S-P-E-R-I-T-Y.
Inconceivable.
I-N-C-O-N-C-I-E-V-A-B-L-E.
Individualist.
Pass.
Separable.
S-E-P-A-R-A-B-L-E.
Arraign.
A-R-R-E-I-G-N.
Homeopathy.
H-O-M-O-O-B-Y.
All right, well done to you. Let's just give them a pause a moment while we go through this spelling. In second place, with a score of 94. Let's hear it, please, for the Culture Eagles. The Times Spelling Bee champions for 2010 are the Queen Bee.
So, congratulations. Fantastic. And what was the final score? Because the runners-up had 94. Minnie, what?
We had 95 points.
You had 95, so you won by 1 point.
Yes.
So it really was waiting for that last decision
Yes.
before you knew. And the hardest word, Minnie, that you had to spell?
It was probably individualist.
Was that, did you spell it or did you pass on it?
I think I passed.
Oh! And is that allowed then, that you can just say, Rowan, did you pass as well on any?
I think I passed on a few, but I can't remember what they were. It's all gone so fast.
Of course it has. But that's part of the rules, that you are allowed a certain number of passes.
Yes, you can pass or you can just go for it.
Yeah.
And Charlotte, so did you have a kind of bogey word that caught you out? Was there one that you were dreading that came up?
Not really. It was just sort of, I was hoping that some wouldn't come up that had, you know, particular patterns with doubling consonants, because it's always which way round they go, and I didn't want to trip up on
An
that.
example of which would be?
Words like commitment.
Ah,
Okay.
yes. So you're thinking double M or double T or what's
Or
going
both,
where or...
Yeah.
Oh, dear, yes. And Jess, what about you? Words that, you know, Charlotte says double consonants, are there particular patterns you hate?
Well, what I don't like is endings, whether it's ENT or ANT, because I find that quite difficult to actually decide which is the right ending for the word.
Yes.
Okay, Karen, you're the teacher. You must be very proud.
Enormously proud.
Of your team.
Yes.
Tell people, do all the girls here, do they all have just an innate spelling ability? Or,
Yes.
you know, is there a programme you put them through to get them to this kind of level?
No, that sounds incredibly rigorous, and that wasn't the purpose of it, really, to make it something that was drilling them. We wanted it to be fun. That was the primary purpose of this. They have got extremely good memories. They are extremely good English students as well, which does make a difference too. But they've enjoyed it. That's been the most important thing, that their own motivation to succeed and to have fun.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing.
Rowan, when you think about a word, do you visualise it, do you remember it, or do you guess at it? What is your spelling skill?
I tend to, if I've heard the word, visualise it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I break it down into the different syllables, or try and think if there's anywhere I've heard or read the word, and maybe I don't know how to pronounce it, or I don't know what it means.
Yes, that's tricky, isn't it, Minnie? I imagine it must happen sometimes when you hear the word you're asked, but you don't know what the word means.
Yes.
Does that happen sometimes?
Yes, it's very difficult, and especially if it's a word, a medical word, or a scientific word, which can be spelled in many ways. It's really difficult to guess.
So what do you do? You do literally just try and break it down and go
Into
through?
syllables. I usually spell in syllables. I find it easier.
Yeah.
Right.
And Charlotte, when you visualise, do you visualise? Is that how you spell, or do you do it?
I try and imagine the word in my head and then sort of do 1, 2 letters at a time as I spell it out.
And because then you can tell if it looks wrong, can't you, in your head, and you think, oh, that wouldn't be right like that.
Yeah, you can sort of play around with letters and put them in different positions and think, you know, does that make sense or doesn't it?
Yeah, Jess, have you always been able to spell quite well? Is it something that came naturally to you? Because there'll be people watching this, adults as well as children watching this, who will be thinking, you know, I've always struggled and I don't seem to be able to get the hang of it. Is it something that's come easily to you?
I don't know. I think I've always liked English, and I think because I've always liked reading and writing, I think that has helped me improve my spelling. And so some of the words, I'm not a very quick speller, but I enjoy it, and I think it's fun to get involved in something like this because I just enjoy actually having the chance to be able to do it.
Let's stick a couple out there. Anyone can grab them. Who wants to spell zealot?
Z-E-A-L-O-T.
Xenophobia.
X-E-N-O-P-H-O-B-I-A.
Kleptomania.
K-L-E-P-T-O-M-A-N-I-A.
And a really nasty one, Aegis.
A-E-G-I-S.
4 out of 4.
All fantastic.
Oh,
well done, and lovely to see you this morning.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And can I just say thank you to Mrs. Carey because she's been really supportive.
You've been a delight to
really
work with. I'm
encouraging.
so proud of you.
Aww.
Thank you, girls. And thank you very much to the Times Spelling Bee as well.
Okay. Thank you all very much for coming this morning. Lovely to see you.
Thank you very much.
That is all for this morning. Thanks so much for your company.